Ow! Ow!
Oh no. Whatever did just happen?
Oh, gosh golly. It seems like I just stubbed my toe. It hurts oh so bad.
Damn. I wish there was something that could protect your feet while you walk.
I've never heard of such a thing.
I've got it. Shoes. Hi, I'm Hannah LaFleur,
And I'm Aubrey Massey.
and this is Okay, So Hear Me Out.
Okay, So Hear Me Out is an imagination exploratorium where we get together with an idea and we come up with outlandish ways to improve the world given that subject. This week we're going to talk about shoes. Hannah, first Okay, So Hear Me Out. I'm just going to throw it to you. I'm just going to put it directly into your court this week.
Yeah.
Here,
Yeah.
take the ball and keep playing with your basketball shoes and then get like a good dunk in it, like a three-pointer dunk.
All right, so also on my mind, besides how to look super fly with your shoes, is how to make your shoes more useful to you in your everyday life. And one way that I think that shoes can make our world better is if they projected your actual mood to the world. So, like, remember mood rings, Aubrey?
I do. I've never owned one, but I do remember
What?
the concept of mood rings.
I feel like I
didn't
had
wear
5,
rings.
and they sell them at, like, every counter in Florida, I promise. Any counter on a beach anywhere. But I want some mood shoes. So, like, they just, like, the rim or something projects your mood. And, I mean, obviously this would be probably not accurate at all, but it would be a lot of fun. Especially since, you know, like, I have a really cold exterior, so no matter what my mood was, it would probably make me look angry to the world most of the time. Or at
dead.
least on a please don't touch me level, which I would greatly appreciate.
If your exterior's cold all the time, wouldn't your shoes pick up the fact that you are cold and maybe you need a hug?
No, don't ruin this for me. I think that your shoes, because you're really warm all the time, would be like, come hug me, I'm a warm person.
No. This isn't about what other people need. The shoes are made for what you need, aren't they?
Yeah, that's true. Well, if they're really what I need, then they would project that I need a snack, because most of the time I do.
Oh, so they're just shoes that see how hungry you are.
Yeah, it says here.
Cool.
There's like
And-
a gauge on the side, and it's like hunger level. Yeah.
Do they light up like those kid shoes that the light up shoes? Every time you walk, that there's a step, and so the lights
Oh yeah,
kind of
no, I know
twinkle like
exactly
that.
what you're talking about. I think once you get to I really need food, they blink like that, and they just say, feed me. So there's like also speakers on those little
that's good.
shoes. Yeah. So project your mood, speaker system, light up, all the things.
I like the idea of of moon shoes. We bring them back, right? We bring back moon
Okay.
shoes,
Yeah.
but they're not like shoes with little trampolines on them or whatever. They're literally shoes that imitate the force of gravity on the moon. So it kind of just counteracts the gravity on Earth and divides it by 6, and then all of a sudden you just feel like you're on the moon. And we can use them for astronaut training.
So they make you drunk, is what you're saying.
No,
They
but you
make
do
you
get
feel
to
drunk.
bounce and
Okay.
floaty.
So
you're all floaty.
basically, if the actual moon shoes that we used to have were better.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Technology has come a long way, especially in the shoes
Right.
category. So we're just putting it together here.
Right. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, also talking about shoes that we need. So there's one that gauges your hunger. I would also appreciate heated shoes. Like I don't know why we are able to do all this stuff with technology, but we haven't made heated shoes yet, at least for like normal people to be able to buy.
I understand that. My one concern is that they'll probably explode. My second concern is that typically I'm less of a cold boy and more of a warm boy, and so
Yeah,
I
but
need air conditioned shoes.
okay, so maybe, yeah, well, like if we lived in a cold place, we need heated shoes. If we lived in a warm place, we would need AC shoes. So, like Columbia, North Face, get on it. There's a market for this stuff. At least there's two people who want this stuff. Okay, I've got another idea for our granola store friends.
I'm sorry, our what?
Granola. That's, like,
Oh, right. You use that word
backpacking
instead of
and
crunchy. I use the word crunchy.
right.
You use
Okay.
that.
So, but it's very similar. So I like
It's
how these
incredibly similar,
the
yes.
origins. Yeah. Anyway, so our granola or crunchy store people consumers. Okay. Crunchy stores or crunchy peoples. Anyway, what about shoes where you're like hiking, but you don't want to attract bears? So your shoes give off like a stink that bears hate. They're basically bear repellent shoes.
Yeah, it's just, it's like if you were playing your Pokemon game and you didn't want to get hit with all those pesky Zubats, and so you just sprayed some repel on your shoes and all the Zubats fly away. But this one, it's for bears, and so it's like extra stanky.
Yeah,
And
it's super stank shoes.
the problem, though, with bear repellent is that it is the only way to create bear repellent is to use mountain lion pheromones. So,
Oh, I see. Well, how about the shoes are so stanky that no animal would want to come near you, in which case I realize this is a bad outdoor shoe now.
is welcome to Stank Shoes Incorporated.
But,
We really only sell in two places, and that is nowhere on Earth but Monsters Incorporated, where people
Yeah.
like smelling like wet dog.
Okay, so maybe it's a shit idea, but there might be someone who wants to go for a hike outside and wants to see zero animals. You never know.
Those people suck.
I agree. Hey,
I was going to say, and for other people who suck even more, I've created stank shoes that are so stanky that it chases the plants away. No more plants on your pesky walks through nature. It's called pollution shoes. And as you walk through the forest, the full-sized car engines that are attached to your feet will kill all the plants around you slowly but surely with pollution.
I feel like this is a really good message for what we're sending our listeners.
Our youth.
Good.
Last episode was all about cultivating the youth, and this time I'm just digging into the fact that the world is over. There's no more Earth because we're gonna drown it in grossness. So I'm
We
gonna
might
live
as
with it.
well, yeah. We might as well start killing plants for fun, like at this point.
Yeah, I mean, look, here's the deal. The Earth is gonna end after I have kids, probably. So might as well end it now so I don't even have kids, right? That way.
Or kill your kids before they get too old.
That is the good old-fashioned way to look at things, for sure. That's what
Yeah.
people have always done.
Well, some people, what they did was had a kid. Then when everything was going to shit, they sacrificed their kid to the weather gods.
Right.
Just in case. I read this in National Geographic, so this is super informed information I'm sharing with everyone.
So, okay. All right. So, I know we're getting a little off track of shoes here, but what I'm hearing is that we can fix two problems with one sacrifice. By murdering our own children, we lower the overpopulation issue, and the atmosphere gods come together and go, you know what? Let's fix this planet. Let's heal this planet. They clearly, they want to fix the problem because
Yeah.
humans are the problem. They're getting rid of humans. So why don't we just help out a little bit? And then they
Yeah.
fix the planet for us.
They were like, hey, that was a real good sacrifice there. What that meant so much to me that you killed your kid for us.
And that's why I am bringing to the table sacrifice shoes today. They are equipped with all kinds of bladed weaponry. The
Yeah.
Bluetooth speakers only play creepy Gregorian Catholic chants. And
Cool.
also,
Are they like Heelys except with knives and razor blades?
yeah, they're actually just ice skates that I found that I
Oh.
attached a Bluetooth speaker to and a small projector because you need the small projector to project the words that you need to say so you don't mess anything up. It just projects
Yeah.
the Latin for the extra work. And also tied to it really far behind is a full altar. It takes a long time to get anywhere because you've got, a full ton dragging behind you, but it works. It works for
I
sure.
mean, for like a twice a year occasion, it's worth the blisters.
Yeah, of course. It's worth the blisters. In
Yeah,
order to
beauty
fix
knows no pain.
Yeah, and neither does saving the earth. So you heard it here, folks. You can buy sacrifice shoes for only 29 payments of $29.95. But wait, there's more. Hannah, what are we going to throw in?
Oh,
this
I know
one?
exactly what we're going to throw in. You know what you need to match your shoes? A belt. You need a stylish sacrifice belt that matches your shoes perfectly. You click a little button and then it's just like ninja stars just throwing out your belt loops.
I like that. Also, as you can see with this stylish weave belt, as it is, all of these individual strands that are woven together are just tubes made out of the blood of other sacrifices that have been made thus far. And
Yeah.
it's very stylish. It makes you look very scary. And all of the weapons attached to it are going to help you.
Hey, Aubrey, I've got a fun new game.
Okay. Is this like a Saw thing? Or is this just a...
Yeah, it's like a Saw thing except a little bit better. Okay, so I'm going to throw some shoe ideas at you, and I want you to try to come up with the belts to match them, all right?
Oh, okay.
Okay, we're going to start with Crocs. Now, I do think that Crocs probably just need a dye, but then again, I also like that when I see people wearing Crocs, I automatically know what kind of standards they have.
Whoa,
So
whoa.
maybe
I
we
mean,
need to keep them around.
you don't even talk about Crocs anymore. You just take Crocs and you make it into a belt, right? It's rubber, and then all the individual, not belt loops, but the holes that the belt attached to, that's where you can put all your, like, I don't know what they're called, charms? Or whatever
Yeah.
go on the Crocs, those
Probably
Croc
like
charms.
little Mickey Mouse, little
Yeah,
cupcake,
your
yeah.
little Crocs collectibles. And
Yeah.
they go around, and some of them say, I have no life. I say these are comfy, but how can I wear rubber shoes and be comfy? And other things like that, just going
Right.
around your waist.
Now, is it also a flotation device? Because I feel like they'd make you float.
No, that's for airplane shoes only.
Oh, okay. So Crocs aren't actually useful. Got it. Neither are
Well,
the
I
belts.
guess, yeah, that's for flippers. If you were to throw, hey, these shoes, those flippers that you use to swim really fast underwater, I would say it's just a life preserver, but it's stuck into a belt, and you pull a cord and it opens up and you float to the surface.
Got it. Well, perfect. Okay,
Hit me with
got another
another
shoe
one.
for you. So we've got steel toe shoes. That would have helped you with your toe stubbing situation. So if I want to, what kind of belt would I wear with a steel toe shoe?
Well, if it's to help me with my toe stubbing situation, it would just be a belt that had arms sticking out of it to when I'm about to kick something, it either reaches down and moves it or it pushes me back away from it. Like spring-loaded action.
Okay.
If I'm wearing a steel-toed shoes just for like kicking action, they'd have like they would have like rocket propellers on the back. that like reached down, and as I pulled my leg backwards, right, and then the belt quickly sticks out like a rocket and sticks it at the end of my shoe, and then as I kick it forward, the rocket moves on, and so I have like twice the speed of the kicking purpose.
I feel like you should give these ideas to Marvel.
Yeah, this is a superhero. His name is Super Kick.
It's like Iron Man
Not
Jr.
a good name, but
It's Steel Man instead of Iron Man.
the Kick Master, the Steel-Toed Wonder.
Kickin' Kate Barlow.
Well,
That was a Holes reference anyway.
it was a
Hope
good
our
Holes
listeners
reference.
Okay, I'm glad.
It was
Okay,
a
I've got another
really
shoe.
Good Holes reference. I'm just sad. I don't know why I'm sad about that. It was so good.
Yeah, I know Holes really well.
Hit me up with another shoe.
Okay, I've got another shoe. So, the Skechers that you Velcro, made for toddlers, pregnant people, people with swelling feet, kind of old people. Anyway, you know, the Velcro Skechers. What's the belt to match?
A Velcro belt?
Wow. That was so
Okay,
brilliant.
fine. So you know those... Did you ever have those shoelaces that looked like a spring? They were all curled up, and then you just put them through, and all you had to do was tighten them. You didn't have to tie them because of the way they worked and how elastic they were. Did you ever have those?
No.
Hold on, let me...
I went
figure out
hard
what they're
from when
called.
I was little. I went straight from Skechers and slip-ons to I'm a big girl tying my shoes, lacing them up. Laces
Okay,
all the way up to
so
my knee. Okay.
I don't know. I still don't know what they're called. It looks like they could be called Foot Matters Curly No Tie Shoelaces. They're no tie shoelaces, essentially what they are. Anyways, I think that they're like all the rave at my elementary school in the 4th grade. So it would just be that, but tied around your waist. Just another way that you don't have to tie shoes.
Cool. All right, so I've got another shoe. Now, this is not a shoe that you know of. This is a shoe that I also want to invent. So maybe you can help me figure out an entire outfit for this shoe. So
Okay.
It's a sand shoe. You know how they have snowshoes? Well, I want
Yes.
a shoe that it's like tennis shoe shape, kind of, I guess. But I want to run on the beach, and I don't want to look like a dumbass, you know, running through the sand. And I don't want to get my shoes wet in the water. So how are we going to make a sand shoe? And then what is the belt going to look like?
I think you have like treads on them, like tanks. Tank
Okay.
treads. With
Or
a motor and
snake.
everything.
We should look at the underbelly of a sand snake and copy that exact design for the bottom of our shoe.
And that's how you have to move your feet in order to get across. It's like you're
You're roller
wearing
skating.
2 ripsticks attached to the bottoms of your feet. In fact,
So roller
how
skating.
about we just take ripsticks and get rid of the wheels on them, strap them to 2 pairs of shoes, and there are your sand shoes. That's snake-like, right?
They have to be small enough for my women's size 7.
Okay,
That work?
they're mini
Okay.
ripsticks.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, I don't know
and
what else you want
I-
me to do.
I think that's fine. We're amateur inventors, so I can only ask you to do your best.
Let's give ourselves more credit here. We're excellent inventors. We just haven't actually made any of our products yet.
Right. We're excellent thinkers of inventions. How about that?
Yeah, so I think that'll work.
Okay, and then for a belt, let's see. What is a sand belt? What would
If you're going to go across sand, what you need is a giant propeller sticking out the back of you attached to your belt to push you from your center of mass, right? And then
Yeah.
you don't even really need to move your ripstick feet anymore. You just kind of ski across everything.
I'm picturing like myself standing here. I hit on this propeller and it just pushes me straight down, like face planting on the ground.
Nah, it's like an airboat, you know? It's not a
Okay.
helicopter. It's more like it's more like an
Well, no,
airboat.
I know. I'm picturing the propellers behind me, and I still face plant. I don't go forward. I go straight down.
But of
But
course, it can be used to push yourself upwards. This is a little known fact, but Tails from the Sonic series, those aren't his tails. That's just a propeller that's attached to a belt of his that he disguised as his tails.
right.
He's a sneaky little boy, little fox boy.
And I mean,
Those
okay,
aren't his real tails.
this is why we don't do the actual inventions anyway. We have the big idea. Someone else is going to figure out how to make the propeller work because I know that this is worth it. Why would I run when I can do this?
Okay, I think we're done with sand shoes.
Yeah. Okay, I have another shoe idea.
Okie dokes.
So, like, I want a shoe that basically has some kind of like built-in kind of Fitbit device, except it doesn't actually have to tell me how I'm doing every day because I think that makes people go crazy. It would make me go crazy. But what it does do is it records your steps and it charges your shoes. So the more you walk, the more energy you save up in your shoes. And there's a little USB port on your shoes. And when you have enough energy, you can plug in your phone and you can, or whatever, and
you can kick people really hard and the shoe turns its regular energy into kinetic energy and you get a super kick. You add that to your steel-toed shoes and your rocket belt, and that's how you become the ultimate kick master of 2019.
Yeah.
But also you can charge your phone.
Yeah, or maybe you could do something else, like you charge your car. If you run a marathon, you can plug your car USB into your shoe, because I know that's where electric cars are heading, and and you put 2 miles in your car, or that's probably it. I mean, you could do speakers, plug in some speakers to your shoes, plug in your Nintendo.
Yeah. I think, okay, just to throw out your Fitbit idea, I think that if you had Fitbit shoes, like just the shoes that were a Fitbit, the belt would just display the stats all the time. And so there's this public shame that you have to keep moving and doing things in order to look fit. And there's there's a status quo, and we give them out to everybody in the country. This is to fix the obesity epidemic. Yeah. Everybody has to wear this belt. Also, it changes the fact that people aren't wearing belts with like their shirts tucked in and shit like that, which is just garbage. And
it's garbage for professionals who should be professional, and when they're not. But I mean, it's okay. It's different if you're doing a good fashion statement. I'm not saying there's always a need for a belt, but there's some people in this world who need a belt with their pants, and they're tucking in their polo into their cargo pants, and it looks real bad.
Everybody's required to wear them, and there's a quota, and it's pretty low, honestly. It's not a high quota, which just means you have to move this much in order to have a green belt. So the belt is just green, and it shows your stats, and people don't really need to read those stats, right? The belt is green, they know you're chill. And then there's yellow, and yellow means you're not quite there yet. That's kind of how you start the day, really is close to a yellow. And then there's a red, which means that you are not up to quota and you're at danger of getting fat and having heart disease. Yeah,
and you're also, if your belt is red, it's like you don't care about the larger community. In all of our, we're trying to be a socialistic society here, and you're not doing your part.
And if you ignore the redness of your belt, it goes dark red.
Yeah.
Or maybe something different. And that's an alert that sends it out to the fit police. And they come knocking on your door, and then you have to do like extra push-ups and crap.
Right. Now, I do want to say that this is terrifying to me. And if I had to actually wear this belt, I would go crazy. But it would fix our obesity problem. That's true.
Welcome to the next episode of Black Mirror.
Yeah, I know, really. And also, if your belt's turning like that dark purple warning color, then we're probably just gonna put on some sacrifice shoes and kind of nip you in the bud. You useless piece of shit of a person. How dare you not move? All right, so on a lighter note, with a happier shoe, what if there's a kind of shoe that helped you clean? So it was like one of those Swiffer picker-upper. Oops. It was like a Swiffer picker-upper, and it was sticky on the bottom or kind of like wet or something. And so you could have a slip and slide party trying to clean your floor. And I just feel like it would be kind of useful and fun.
That is fun. It's Swiffer for your feet. The Swifter picker-upper. The belt to match it would just be a whirlwind of dusters. And it just rotates. And they stick out and they dust everything around you. But then also at the same time, there's bottles of that spray stuff and it sprays it everywhere. So it sprays in front of you and then you go ice skating around your house, but with Swiffer things.
Wow. This would and there's another button that just like it's like a burst of scented fresh air. It's what's it called? Febreze. It's Febreze on your belt.
I like it.
Yeah, this would be good. Especially if you're a cleaning person.
I don't think they wouldn't be called clean shoes or cleaning shoes or whatever, but
cleaning shoes for when you're getting dirty.
Yeah. Okay. I have something for you.
All right.
Okay. This is the one thing I brought to the table. Thank you for the game and your excellent shoes ideas. So, as I was doing research about shoes, what I found was a bunch of stories about shoes. And most of these stories had two things in common. Women and oppression of women. So,
interesting.
For example, well, just terrible tropes. It's the shoes that have women in them have terrible tropes, and they need to forever be avoided by shoe stories ever again. So, for example, one we all know, Cinderella. Cinderella was only worth anything because she had those glass slippers and also her other fancy things. And it doesn't really...
Yes.
Slippers. And
glass slippers.
there's really no good morals to that besides if you dress fancy once and get a guy's attention, then he'll want to bang you. But then also, like, I don't know, there's no moral to that story. You'd like to think that if you believe in yourself, nah, man, some fairy princess came over and just bibbidi-bobbidi booed that. Anyways, so there's that. Then there's another story called The Red Shoes, where this little girl, her aunt dies, I think, and she gets these nice red shoes. And so she puts on these nice shoes and she goes to church. And instead of thinking about God and Jesus, she's just really excited about these cool shoes that she just got. And she's staring at them. And then her shoes come to life and make her start dancing uncontrollably. And she can't get them to stop. So she goes to the executioner, and the executioner chops off her feet. And not only that, after she gets her feet chopped off, the shoes still dance forever, and she gets wooden feet, and they stick her wooden feet on her body. And she watches these shoes dance. And the moral of the story is to not be proud of the shoes that you own, or and to pay attention to Jesus and God.
Yeah,
and you're like,
pay attention during mass. That would hit me.
This girl just got some shoes and she's proud of them and they look fly on her. Just let her enjoy her shoes. The next one is Puss in Boots, because originally the cat in Puss in Boots was a female cat. She was a mama cat. Yes. So these boots lift up her status and her son's status, and after they go on their adventure or whatever, the ending of it all is that she now has a man to take care of herself. But she was just a badass with shoes and swashbuckling, and now
Damn.
at the very end she has a man to take care of herself? No, I don't think so. I think this pussycat is taking care of that Tom. I think that's what happens. The next one.
I feel
the
like
12
if-
dance. Okay.
I feel like if Shrek was made in 2019, Puss in Boots would have been kept as a female.
It's a missed opportunity.
It is.
Next story. The 12 Dancing Princesses. This one is about how these princesses, their dancing shoes are always worn out and they need to get more shoes. And they go up to their dad, the king, and say, "Money, please." And then they get new shoes. Now, the dad is trying to marry off all of these princesses. So a bunch of people come. One of them's a soldier. The soldier pretends to go to sleep. And when all the princesses think that they are asleep, they go to a secret place, and the soldier follows them. They find a secret magical castle where the princesses and these other 12 men, they dance the night away, and that's why they always need new shoes, because they're worn out by the morning. Anyways, the soldier tells the king this, and then the king murders all of the boys that danced with his daughters, and then marries off all of the women, and that's the end of the story.
Yeah.
Nobody's happy. It's honestly just a bad story.
So, what is your idea to rectify this?
No, I've got one more because it's the worst one.
Oh my lord.
Okay, here's the last one. It's called Disenchanted Husband. This one is a story about a lady whose father marries her off to a horse. Yes, you heard me right. A horse. And so she goes into the stable with her now horse husband. And then the horse husband turns into a man. And the man says, "Look, we're going to do it a lot. And you're going to be really happy. And don't worry, I'll do it in my human form. But you're not allowed to tell anybody that I'm secretly a human. You can only tell them that you're married to a horse. And if not, there will be dire consequences."
Okay, wait. What the
And
fuck
then
is the point of her being married to a horse, and why do people need to know that?
Don't question it. So anyways, she tells people that her horse husband is secretly a human, and he finds out. So what he says is, "Ha, I'm going to curse you forever, and you'll have to find me to lift the curse." And so he curses her, and now she's wearing cement shoes. And he disappears into the wind. And she searches all over the world with her cement shoes, all the way to where she finally finds her horse husband. And when she does find her horse husband, he gets his mother, an ogre, to try and eat the lady. And then she doesn't, because at the very end of the story, what happens is he lifts the curse, and then they live together for the rest of their lives. And I think the moral that they're trying to say is don't disobey your husband or something, even if he's a horse. So it's bad. It's bullshit.
Can I ask, where did that story come from?
I think it was Bulgaria.
Those Bulgans.
Something like that. Anyway, so here's my idea to remedy that. Well, it's technically two ideas. So we take a story, right? And we create these shoes that are just, they're shoes. But then every time that a man walks up to this woman and she doesn't want that man near him, she clicks her shoes together once or twice, like in Wizard of Oz style, because that one's probably the only one without some weird classist or sexist shit in it. They're just nice ruby slippers. Anyways,
Yeah.
So she clicks them together and they turn into a battle robot mecha suit that can basically annihilate any man that tries to touch her. And
How about, it literally, Eowyn from Lord of the Rings pops out of the shoes. "I am no man," and just, swords the dude.
That is an option. I think if
Okay.
we're going
That's
for
a fantasy
the old
edition?
mecha shoes. Yeah.
There could be different editions, right? That's
I will
fantasy.
say that it does kind of fly in the face of creating a mecha shoe. But if we create a fantasy death shoe, then yes, we get Eowyn to pop out.
All
Also
right.
Mulan. Also Joan of Arc. Also,
Yeah, but Mulan is more like the feudal Japan version. Eowyn is the fantasy age
any
European
Viking
version.
warlord, female Viking warlord would be a good one.
Yeah.
Point is, now she'll be able to, not that she wasn't already able to kick ass, she will be able to better kick the ass of anybody trying to get on her turf.
I mean, she's got some support. She's got some girls behind her.
Yeah. Click, click,
Or,
click, bibbity bobbity bam. You
okay,
are done here.
in case those are too expensive, can she click her heels together and then blood just shoots out of them onto the dude?
Yeah, it's like a horn. That's the Horn Frog Shoes edition.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
As they squirt blood out of their eyes, you can squirt blood out of your shoes.
That's kind of gross, at least.
That was my
Intimidating.
idea. Thank you, Shark Tank people.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. I think that's good. Should we do our quick ones?
Yeah, while we both think of quick ideas for shoes, we would just like to let you know that we are thankful that you are listening to Season 2. It seems like we've had a lot of people come back for Season 2, and that makes our heart very happy. If there's anything that you want us to talk about or any ideas that you would like to share, you can hit us up at our Twitter, which is at OkSoHearMeOut, or you can send us an email, which is at oshmocast@gmail.com. oshmocast@gmail.com. We would love to hear it because we'd love to do a segment where people give us good ideas and we share those good ideas. And also, we just always want suggestions for topics. That is honestly it. Hannah, do you have your idea? Because I don't.
I have my idea, so I'll go first. You ready?
Okay, go for it.
All right, snow globe shoes. So it's just like, that cheap clear plastic shit that like we had sandals made out of when we were little anyway, but it's like see-through and there's like little, snowy bits in there and like little snowflakes, or it could be the underwater, like that blue gooey stuff too. I just, snow globe shoes. Cute.
My idea are shoes that you click into the ground and then a big like bubble encasing goes around you so that people are less inclined to bother you when you don't want to be bothered.
That's good. Useful.
Anyways, I'm Aubrey Massey.
And I am Hannah LaFleur.
And this is Okay, So Hear Me Out.